Hi everyone, my name is NEGUSTITA. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if this is your first time, giving one of my videos a chance. So yeah, we're just gonna get into the collective messages. I did want to real quick promote some of my content outside of this app. I make TikToks on TikTok. I like do tarot readings there, although I haven't done them in a while. But it's just because I haven't really felt called to. And I also have another YouTube, which is more so my second channel, where I have more like content related to my music. I also have new music uploaded to Spotify, SoundCloud, okay, maybe not SoundCloud, but Pandora, Apple Music, just like any streaming platform, I'm pretty sure has my music uploaded onto it. So feel free to give that a listen to if you're curious. But yeah, so I have no idea what this reading is gonna be about, but there is a message here I want to relate to you, which is luck is on your side here with the new moon, and I think it's Sagittarius. Yeah, luck is on your side here. So there's a situation here that's going to play out really well for you. It could be because you've been doing the inner work. You could be showing the universe what they've been needing to see from you, to see if you're ready for some sort of blessing or some sort of upgrade. Or, it could be something like that you could have finally gone through this period of bad luck, or just misfortune, and now it's like Jupiter wants to not necessarily, I would use the word praise, but that's just because I can't think of the other word. Like, Jupiter wants to bless you. For some of you, that's the message. Like, the planet Jupiter, like, I don't know if you're, if have ever felt called to a particular planet. I honestly feel like planets, this is just, I had this phenomena, this realization last night, but they really do be watching over us. Like I'm trying to think of another way of explaining this to you, to people that are not spiritual, because otherwise you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. Because this is, I guess, strange for a person that's never really explored any sort of like spiritual context. Like, I don't know, just like for someone who's never really believed in angels, then you're not going to really get this message. But it's kind of on that frequency of like, can't be seen but is felt. Like, I've never seen an angel in the 3D body. Like, I've never seen an angel. I've seen earth angels. I've seen people who may have souls connected to that, reincarnated into the flesh, but I haven't necessarily seen an angel, but I have felt them my whole life. I have felt them around me. I felt them watching over me. I felt advice from them. I felt like I've received downloads from angels telling me about people, who to avoid, why they're doing certain things that I don't like. Like, why are they gaslighting me right now? It comes from a deep-seated trauma from their childhood, 333 on the clock. And you don't need to take it personally, but you also don't have to invest in this person or like in this connection if you do not like that they gaslight. Okay? And so what I'm trying to say here with the planet Jupiter is, so you know how like you have Jupiter in your birth chart? Or, like every person, when you look at your birth chart and you see like all the planets, their energies are very, like, each planet has a unique energy. This is why we say things like Venus, the planet Venus is, the planet of love and pleasure. Well, how would we know that, right? How did we know that? How did we come to find that information out? Did the planet tell us, or did we just feel it and then assign meaning to the emotions that we felt? So imagine a planet like Venus coming in close contact, or just like feeling Pluto, because of the way that they rotate around the sun. I'm sure there are certain parts where they're rotating with, around, and they're like getting kind of close to each other. And when that happens, they're most likely feeling one another's presence, which is not a good sensation. I could only imagine, right? Because you know, and another thing too, I heard about retrogrades is like when a planet is retrograding, it's very uncomfortable for the planet. The same way that we feel when Mercury's in retrograde. This is a very uncomfortable season. This is a time where left can mean right and right can mean left. The information is not coming direct and is not very clear. I just saw the numbers 511. I don't know if that's important for someone or their birthday or something like that, or an important person's birthday in their life, but I just thought I'd say that. But, and so in this, you know, when they're getting kind of close to each other and they feel each other's presence, they may not necessarily like that kind of contact. And then there's like this sort of like conjunction or opposition or something, you know. And I'm just explaining this to say all the planets, I think, ultimately want to show you something. So when you are going through certain patterns in your life, like for me, I believe I'm going through my second Neptune square. I think it's Neptune square. And yeah, and then Neptune square Neptune or something like that. I don't know. I don't actually, I'm not a legitimate astrologer. I just research this stuff for fun. But you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, just it's like it's a time for unpredictability. It's a time for, you know, anything can happen. That's pretty much like what that pattern has, like, is trying to teach me, is like, and this is important because I have a Virgo ascendant. I can stay kind of strict with myself, like, you know, like this belief that things need to be one way and one way only, right? I feel like Virgo is a very direct sign, and sometimes it enjoys the simple things, you know, the very, like, can't be questioned. The sun is hot, the ground is hard, you know. Like people can't fly, you know. I don't know, like just very grounded, very like I don't know how else to explain what I'm trying to say. The sun is hot, water is wet, like it just, that is the way that it is. This is, and it's been that way since the beginning of time. But what Neptune has to offer us is, you know, magic, basically, or mystics. Like, this is the planet of mystic and mystery for a reason. This planet wants to show you that there's more to life than just the sun is hot and water is wet. Like, there's more complexity. There's, you know, there's carnivals, there's parties, there's friendships that come out of nowhere. Like I've met other people with Aquarius Neptune placements, and we meet under the most interesting circumstances. Like, for example, my best friend, or one of my like closest friends, like I actually think this woman is like my soulmate, or like I do, like with her I can so see the concept of like twin flame, or like, I don't know, like soulmate. Like, we mirror one another very, very closely, and our birth charts like do kind of reflect that, but there's something else there that it's not just seen in the placements that we have in our birth chart, but it's just like spirit. Like, she and I are just so similar to one another, and we met under the most interesting of circumstances. I met her in college, and she was my roommate. Like, we just so happened to roommate with one another, but this was not planned. And in fact, we almost had there was this like slight possibility that we wouldn't have met each other if I didn't do something, and I just feel called to share this, so I'm gonna share it. But so my whole like growing up, I grew up with very frugal parents. They're traditional Ethiopians, they're traditional African people. They don't really like to spend their money unless it's like, you know, a wise decision to spend your money. And we were kind of raised like that, so I never really got the opportunity to take baths growing up. Like, I took showers, don't get me wrong, like I took plenty of showers, but bathing in the water, like, that was just something my parents didn't really like us to do, because they felt like sorry, hold on. Just like messages on my phone. Like, I'm getting a lot of messages and I'm trying to ignore them. So maybe for some of you, like, your phone is blowing up. Like, people are like wanting your time and your energy like crazy. But yeah, because like it wasn't blowing up before the reading, but now here we are. So back to what I was talking about. So basically, I never really got to take baths growing up. Like again, I took showers, but not baths. And so when I got to college and I was living on my own for the first time, I really wanted that experience to be able to take baths. Like I really, really wanted that. And so when I found the apartment that I was eventually going to stay at, and you know, I called before, you know, I had signed the lease or anything, so I had a chance to change, you know, where I was going to live. I called them and asked if the unit that I was going to be moving into had a bath. And they said, no, it's a stand-up shower. And I was like, is it possible that you can like change me to a different unit that does have a bath? And they were like, yeah, we could do that. Like maybe there was like a stipulation like you have to move in a day later than you were planning on to, but this works too. And so that is the reason, like if I didn't make that change, I would have ended up living with someone else and I would have had an entirely different experience. But because of this change, me and my bestie got to be best friends. Almost immediately, like we recognized one another, and then throughout the course of the year we actually got to know each other better. And then it didn't take long before we became besties, but then we moved into our second place together, which was just amazing. Yeah, I still love her, but if you're watching this, Gio, I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch. Anyways, and so back to the reading. I honestly like don't remember why I started talking about this. I think I was just trying to like I was trying to explain the concept of planets. You know, and if there's a particular energy or a particular planet that's like really harsh on you, I honestly would recommend creating an altar for them, so that you can appease them a little. Like you give them an offering, whatever. Especially Saturn, I feel like a lot of people have issues with Saturn because, and I do too sometimes, but because Saturn is a very harsh planet, he's very strict. I think of this as like a dad that, you know, doesn't really give too much praise because he's always expecting you to work harder. And like, and there's times where you're like, I can't do it. And he's like, I know you can do it. Like, I've been watching over you your whole life. I know what you're capable of, and I wouldn't have tested you if you couldn't do it. But if you're gonna give up, then I'm gonna make this even harder on you. Like, anyway, it's one of them dads. And at the end of the day, he just wants to see you succeed. So just keep that in mind, that as harsh as it may seem, he does actually love you. And you know, challenge yourself to go beyond your own self-imposed limitations. So anyways, here we are. Here's the reading. Let's just get into it. So we get the 2 of coins, and then we also get the 7 of wands in reverse. So okay, so this energy is very, I want to say polarizing, but I want to figure out why. Can I grab a clarifier for the 7 of wands? Like, what is this? So we get the Page of Swords. So this could be someone you blocked. It does feel like this could be someone you're no longer in communication with. And that's because this person at one point in time had shown you inconsistency. This really, with the Hangman and the 4 of Cups, this is really feeling like at some point in time, someone put you in an energy where you were questioning how they felt about you and if they were even interested with the 4 of Cups. In fact, this person could have even expressed some sort of I'm not interested in you energy, or they could have even straight up rejected you if you ever offered to be with this person or asked them out or made your intentions known. That's because this person was hiding something from you with this rejection. And it's not even really that the rejection was to reject you, but so much to continue to hide whatever they were trying to keep away from you. Because I did also see the High Priestess card too while I was shuffling. There's something this person hasn't been expressing to you, and it could be anything, honestly. It could even just be like they're embarrassed or ashamed about something, and it may not even be bad enough that like you wouldn't want to date this person, but they kind of like made that decision that they're not going to date you because they are ashamed of this thing. It's actually kind of sad, I'm not even gonna lie. Excuse me, sorry. I'm still waking up. This is my mornings for me. It's like midday. But anyway, we got the Hierophant here. So this person could have Taurus placements, or they could just have very Taurus-like energy, or they could be like an earth sign. So what you need to know about this person is this is somebody who's very cautious. With the Hierophant, I'm feeling a very cautious energy from this person. Almost like a monk-like focus, where they are very intentional about where they put their energy and how they move forward, because this is someone that ultimately like wants to be like in the right. It does feel like for this person it's a little bit egoic, but not egoic in a bad way. I do think this person could have just had experiences where, you know, early on in life where they may have jumped to certain conclusions, or they didn't let someone finish explaining themselves, or just that energy of like they might have had experiences where they kind of assumed something before they knew it to be true, and then that could have cost them some sort of something. Okay, like I know, so exact, so vague, but yeah, it just feels like for this individual, they just kind of felt like they wanted to garner more attention, or they want to learn more about you before they gave you any kind of offer. So they withheld approaching you, and they withheld dating you and even showing you interest, because this person didn't know if you wanted whatever it is they want or something. And I'm gonna grab a clarifier for the Two of Coins. Can I please have a clarifier, Spirit? So we got the Ace of Wands. So this person was genuinely juggling or wondering. It feels like they were trying to find some sort of balance. See, in this card here, there's this lady. She has two babies. One that's half bear, half human. And then, well, both of them are like that. But the top, you know, like this one has a human top and then a bear bottom. And then the other way around, like a bear top but a human bottom. This kind of reminds me of that one anime. It's like Yukito Chiwa, Wolf Children, Okami Koromo or something like that. I don't know. I know the English title, which is Yuki and Chiba. Isn't that her brother's name? Wolf Children. It's called the Wolf Children. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's actually such a good anime. And this card just reminds me of that anime. I think actually there's a similarity, but they're not quite the same. I'm sure this is an entirely different tale, but in the movie, it's a story about this lady who marries this like guy who's a werewolf. He's like the last of his kind, and then they have kids together. And then it's not too long after they have children that he passes away. And now she's like left taking care of the both of them on her own. He doesn't have any relatives. So she has no idea what she's in for. And she also doesn't know how to take care of like werewolf children. So it's a very interesting story. I don't know if anybody wanted to watch that, I would recommend it. It's a good movie to watch to cry for sure. But so with this card here, with this combination, I just kind of feel like, you know, this person with the Two of Coins and the Ace of Wands, because this feels like their energy, and you might actually be feeling their energy at the moment, but it just feels like they I mean, for some of you, yeah, for sure. This person just has a lot of fear and a lot of doubt, and they're not wanting to communicate that for some reason. But now they are. And I can't figure out exactly what that reason is, because it's going to probably be different for everyone. I think for some of you, this person could just have like a low self-esteem, or they could think highly of themselves. I don't know, like, let's see here. Can we grab more clarifiers? Because there's something here about this person knowing they should have taken action towards you, and they didn't. And they're trying to hide why that was. Like this person could have also had other options too. Like maybe they wanted to continue feeling out their other options. Maybe they felt like with you there's some sort of like end game, but they wanted to, yeah, we got the Lover's card. So I definitely do think that this person senses a potential within your guys' connection for this to be everything. Like that's it. Like after this person, like I'm done dating. Like, you know, and perhaps like there's something about that this person was trying to repel or to hold off for as long as possible, because they could have like a lustful nature. This person, I don't see the devil card here, but you know, it is giving devil-like energy. Like perhaps this person wanted to continue indulging in certain things before they settled down and committed to you. There's something about like this person feeling like you would either always be an option, so they wouldn't feel the need to rush things. Like they felt very secure in your energy. They felt very much like you were never gonna leave them. Like the story of the you know, of the Beauty and the Beast is not actually as wholesome as like Disney would otherwise want you to believe. The true story, you know, as far as I remember, or at least what the point of the story was teaching young girls to love a man even if he's abusive and even if he's toxic, especially if you're already married to him, because maybe you can love the beast out of him. Is basically like that was what the story was intended to teach young girls, is basically, it's not brainwashing, but manipulate them into thinking like they'll be happy one day. And perhaps maybe for some of them they actually manifested that, but in their relationship with their partners. But ultimately, you know, in the 21st century, that's just unhealthy. That's unhealthy dating. And I do feel like for a lot of you, like you see it like that. Like you see this as unhealthy. So you stepped away, but there's something about you stepping away that makes this person want to chase after you, want to come towards you. Like, damn. This person, I do feel like, is very intent on having you. Specifically, this person with the Fool card in the reverse does not want to let this opportunity go. They also see you as a great match. And this is another thing that they feel like they might have misjudged you on. This person in the past might have misjudged you in your ability to like save up coin, like to save money, to make money. Like this person might have once judged you as somebody who they would always have to provide for and take care of or whatever. Like this, like they felt like you couldn't make your own money, but you're literally every day proving this person wrong about all the things that they had assumed about you. And we're going back to that assume energy, because this person, it feels like at one point they really misjudged you, and they judged you to be someone that wasn't fit for them, but they felt this soul connection, because soul connection, or they felt like you would be the end all be all. Like that's the phrase that's coming to mind, is like the end all be all. Like this person felt like if they had you, they would never want for another person. But then, and there's something scary about that for this individual. There's something scary about the concept of you that they were very afraid of for so long. But it feels like they're getting to the bottom of why that was, and realizing how none of that actually had to do with you, but more so about them. I do see with the Temperance card, this person has come into a lot of balanced energy. They could be much more enlightened, especially with the Hierophant too. They could feeling very enlightened. Yeah, we got the Wheel of Fortune here and the Magician card. Wow. This person definitely knows that they can't manifest you back anymore. There was a time where they used to do some sort of manifestation trick and you would come back. That is no longer effective. That no longer works on you. With the Five of Cups, this person actually feels like they're in a lot of regret. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they also feel incredibly unlucky. This person has been feeling like since you walked out of their life, the quality of their life has gone down dramatically with the Eight of Cups here. Like they know that you have energetically walked away. You're not interested in, and again, it's back to this like hang up energy. This person at one point put you in this energy. This feels like the Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, like it feels like for you, for y'all, you know, you saw this person as, you know, the end all be all, and then they did something. Maybe they broke up with you, maybe they gaslit you, manipulated you, I don't know. They did something that made you second guess that. And they did that because they felt so comfortable, and they felt like you weren't gonna go anywhere. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, this person felt like they could mistreat you if they liked, and you would put up with it. And maybe for a little bit you did, because you were trying to figure out, like, what are they doing right now? Until you realize, oh, no, I'm a bad bitch. My bad. I'm sorry I came off to you like I wasn't a bad bitch and I didn't know who I was. But actually, I do know who I am, and I know that I deserve someone actually worthy of my time, unlike you. So, and you walked away, and now this person is literally just in shambles. This person feels like they feel like they actually missed out on a really good thing with you, and they feel like it's something about, especially with the Page of Swords energy, like this, you do have this person blocked, but they can still have access to your energy. Like, they can still watch the stuff that you post online, especially if you post content like on other platforms or something. Like, this person, even if you have them blocked everywhere, like have burner accounts, and they're watching you. And it's something about, especially if you have like this dream of becoming a content creator. It's different if you have this person blocked and you don't post any kind of content. But if you did, and even if you did, I feel like this person, like, you know, maybe they like, not, I don't know. I don't think, maybe some of them could read tarot too, and try to get information about you. I also feel like this person has pictures of you from the time that you were together. I feel like they look back at that time and they're very reflective, very reminiscent of the time that you spent together. And there's something about like potential they weren't able to see in the moment, but now they can see it. Like, if they ever felt like you had the potential to do something great, like let's say you were an author and you do this in private and you didn't really tell a whole lot of people, but this is one of the people you told, and they've actually read some of your stuff. They probably felt like with some polishing, this could be really good, like this would be great. But perhaps in the moment they didn't really share that with you or express that with you, and perhaps they could even, you know, put you down for your content or for your novels. But especially if you one day actually do make a novel, they're gonna eat those fucking words, and they'll realize like, oh, what I felt in that moment was true. Like, I felt like I felt like the collective would one day hone this craft and make something good of it. But instead of supporting you the way that I was supposed to, instead of, you know, showing you love and respect, I instead chose to do something else with my time and my energy, and now I'm living through the consequences of those actions. Yeah, we got the Star card here. This person's making a wish. This person is making a wish right now, and they're wishing for you back. We got the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse. They are wishing for you back, and the Magician card. And the Sun card. Oh, wow. Y'all, this person is trying to manifest the end of your separation. This person with the Hangman. Either they have clarity or they feel extremely stuck. And I think that it's probably both. This person has clarity in terms of what it is they want, and it feels like that's you. Yeah, this person feels like, it's so sad actually, y'all. At one point in time, this was somebody who felt like they did not need you whatsoever. Like, this was someone that felt like they can make all their money on their own. They don't need you specifically, but they do want a partner. They just felt like it couldn't be you. I don't really know where that energy came from. It's probably arrogance. But yeah, this person just felt like they can do it all on their own. Oh yeah, wait, I never finished the thought about this card and this energy. This person is realizing like how amazing you are, how special you actually are, especially if you do post content, because then they're looking at your pictures, at your photos, and realizing like, oh my God, like, what the fuck did I miss out on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this person's like, what the fuck? Like, they're actually so talented, or they're so beautiful, or combo. Like, you know, you're talented and you're beautiful, and you're this exceptionally kind person, and they have a different experience with you than the rest of your fans will have, because they actually got to date you. They actually got to know you and realize you are the real fucking deal. You are the real fucking deal. Oh boy. Now we're getting into the hold up. Now we're getting into the real channel messages. So this person, right, when they met you, they probably thought you were naive, maybe a little childish, because you have a kind and open, loving heart, and you chose to use that good energy on them. You chose to uplift them. 30-30 on the clock. You chose to show them kindness, affection, sincerity, empathy, and compassion, and you don't just reserve it for them. You probably have shown other people this level of kindness. It's not reserved for just one human being. This is the love the compassion you have for all of humanity. And at the time that they knew you, this person did not appreciate that. They actually saw that as some sort of weakness. They saw that you care too much, and they felt like that was going to get in the way of this person making money. You know, they felt like because you're so compassionate, you're probably going to get in the way of them using people, hiring like literal, like not necessarily slaves, but 3113. I do see that this person could have at one point been the kind of individual who felt like you got to do whatever you need to do to get your money, and they didn't see it as like a moral thing. They just saw it as like a business thing. But you brought morals into business, and I do feel like that really challenged this person, 3131, because they didn't want to do things the right way, because the right way takes longer and it's harder than if you just had a bunch of just exploit a whole bunch of people to make your money. And that's what most people do to make their money. But you, again, you bring a different energy to business, and you bring a morals and an ethics that most people are too freaking cowardice to do. And so I say all of this to say, you guys are kind of showing this person with your actions that the path that you walk is legitimate. And they're kind of, it feels like they're finally following suit. It feels like they're finally getting what it is you're talking about, because some things must have happened in their life for them to realize, like, oh, I cannot just keep abusing nature for all that it has to offer me. I literally can't just be exploiting people and then not expecting that karma to come back to me. Like, this person's like, I see, like, these are the things that I've done that have led me down this path, and I'm not proud, and then I'm not happy to be on this path. But right, this person in their relationship with you, they got to see who you really are. That's what relationships do, is they bring out the worst out of us and also the best. And this person, wow, I mean, especially if you dated, maybe some of you hadn't gotten to actually date this person, but you have like gotten to know them quite a bit. It just feels like they got to know you long enough to know like who you really are. 3322, and they got to realize that, you know, you're actually an earth angel. Like, you actually care, you actually give a damn, you're actually loving. 3333. I also saw 3331. But yeah, like, this person got to see that you're an earth angel, that you love people, that you love humanity, that you have compassion and empathy, probably the type of person to give money to the homeless or the less charitable, or houseless people is also what they're called. And it's like, you guys, it's beautiful energy. You guys are beautiful souls. But it's something about now they're really understanding this, because as you grow away from them, as you separate yourself from them, as you continue to love yourself, elevate, vibrate on a higher frequency, this person is watching or feeling that experience that you're going through without actually like maybe being in contact with you. Or for some of you, like this person could just be getting like random flashbacks of their relationship with you and realizing like, oh, like they're really a good artist. I bet they've gotten better at their art now. That kind of stuff. Like, so if you're not posting online, this person's just picturing in their head like what things you could have improved on in the time that you've been apart, especially if they saw that you had a talent of some sort. Like maybe you're good at singing or drawing or dancing or whatever, okay? Like maybe some of you are really good at fixing cars and you were kind of good at it when you guys were seeing each other, but now they're assuming you're really good at it now, years later or months later, because you probably when you cut them out, you have more time to do those type of things. And now they're thinking like, damn, like what the fuck am I missing out on right now? What the fuck did I make myself miss out on right now? Like, and that's kind of like where they're at, and they're kind of beating themselves up, or they could be really upset with themselves. It feels like they could be very upset with themselves. I do feel like this person probably gets headaches some days. Like they wake up and they're just really upset. It's some like they could be ill because they're so distraught. Like they're upset that they really missed out on a real one. And it's something about, especially if you guys become famous, I need you to understand it's going to send this person because then they'll realize they really missed out on a good one, that they underestimated your talents and your skills and how far you could take yourself. And I do feel like at some point this person kind of wanted to hold a, you know, a carrot in front of you and be like, oh, you want this? You want this? Well, you're going to have to come chase me to get it. Now this person's like, I can't believe I did that. It turns out this whole time I'm the one who needed them. They never needed me. Because they're going to do it all on their own. And they're going to get their dream life. And they're going to manifest everything all on their own. And what do I get? Nothing. Because I played stupid games. So what I got, I didn't get nothing. I won stupid prizes. Powerful energy, you guys. Powerful energy. So you know, this person is basically just in this contemplation, self-reflection. I do feel like for some of you, you really see this person in a different light. You see them as gross. You're like, I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. Not interested. And this person feels that. I want you to know this person can feel that you are not interested in them, and it actually is like heartbreaking for them. It's heartbreaking for them. Yeah, see this right here? 3 of Swords. This person is heartbroken by the fact that they lost out on this. What could have been? It's 10 of Cups. Could have been in the upright. They could have made millions with you. They could have had money with you. They could have done this with you. They could have gone and traveled the world with you. And they realize this now, mainly because without you, they kind of have nothing going for them. With the 5 of Pentacles, this person feels like they have nothing going for them. This is also big, like, homeless energy or not enough energy, too. Like, this person could just genuinely feel like... I mean, I don't know. I do see, like, they are trying. I feel like they're trying to help themselves get out of this frequency. But what I can tell you for sure, or what I can tell you that this energy feels like is if they had actually wanted to make things work with you, if they had tried to make things work with you, they feel like they would have been in a different place right now. They feel like they would not be worried about money the way that they are currently. This person feels like they had a lot of opportunities, and they're only just now realizing that they were opportunities, because this person up until now was in their ego, very much in their ego. They felt like, you know, they had time. They really felt like they had time. That's the biggest thing, is this person felt like you were not going to go anywhere. There's something about how kind and sweet that you were that made them feel like that was an energy reserved just for them, not realizing like you can be sweet towards other people too, that you can open your heart up to other people as well, that it doesn't have to just be this person. And no matter how deeply you fell for them, you're not going to allow yourself to stay stuck. And they're just sort of like in distraught because they're realizing like, damn, like you were a good thing for them. Like you were really good for their mental health. You help them elevate in life, whether that was physical, emotional, financial. Some of you could be like really good advice givers, and you have so much advice to give. And especially, again, if you have a platform where you post that kind of content, this person actually listening to your content and they're like, damn, she's a wise ass person, or they're a wise ass person, or he's a wise ass person. Like, this is somebody that like is intelligent, is attractive, is beautiful, like is, you know, so caring. So, and again, back to that, like, this person has seen the real you. They have gotten the opportunity to get to know who you are before you even knew who you were, before the money, before the fame, before the success, when you barely had any self-esteem and any like sense of direction. They got to find out who you really are, and you are an earth angel, and you are so worthy of love, and so divinely guided, and so divinely protected. This person at one point was actually just jealous of you. They were jealous that you had so much direction, but that's just because you bothered to listen to your intuition. And they realize that now, and they understand what this phenomena is, and they're actually able to ground themselves now in their own intuition and listen to themselves and listen to their higher self and their guidance. The person probably meditates now, and this is part of the reason why they're in such a regretful energy, is because now they can finally receive the messages that were sent to them years ago, months ago, however long ago that this connection was going on. Now they can like actually process what it is their higher selves were trying to tell them at that time, what your higher self might have been trying to tell this person at that time. And now they're sitting there and they're contemplating, they're reflecting, and they're realizing like, she loves me, or they loved me, or he loved me. This person, the collective, this whole time has loved me. Even if you're in a separation with this person, they probably still feel like you have a divine source of love for them. It's not in the physical. It's not in the 3D. But this person feels like, damn, like all they were trying to do was help me, and I wouldn't let them. And it's not even like they had bad advice or ill intentions. I guess this person has definitely dealt with people who have given them bad advice and they had ill intentions. This is not the same. This is a whole nother, like this, you know, anyways. So yeah, this person is just reflecting and realizing like they missed out on a good one. That's really what it is. That's, at the end of the day, that's the energy. Look at the Ten of Swords. They are really kind of distraught over the fact, like, I want to say shell shocked. Like, this person's actually kind of traumatized by themselves. We get the Five of Coins, because they feel like they fucked something up, something spiritual up. We get the Two of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Six of Coins. This person, I think, also feels like you have other options too, and this person realizes like you are, instead of investing in them, you are investing in those other options with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Or they could have been doing that to you, and they want to explain that to you. This could be what that secret hidden energy is about. Is like, this person is like realizing like either they're receiving the treatment that they gave you, or this is the reason why like this is why they didn't come towards you in the first place, is because this person was investing in other options or other things. Yeah, and it's sad, but this is the only way they were gonna learn something. So we have the Ten of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, and what I want to tell you that I'm really getting from these cards right here that just came out is this person had to learn the hard way that you were their only option forward. That's what they are learning in this time in their life and in this era, which, by the way, this doesn't mean you need to take them back or anything. This person is just dealing with their karma now. And I do believe like they can recover from this, and you're not an integral part of their story, but there's something like it could have been. Okay, you could have been. Excuse me. So this person is realizing like they should have gone towards you instead. And when you guys first met each other in the beginning, they did not do that. They didn't actually want to do that. They wanted to play games. They did. They wanted you to chase after them a little bit. So they were investing in other options. This person probably also felt like they couldn't control you. This person had some toxic habits that needed to break. And this was the only way they were going to be able to do that, was by you standing in your power and walking away, and then self-reflecting to the point where they had to make some changes in their life. Otherwise, they could not come towards you. Otherwise, you would not want to accept them. Otherwise, they would stay stuck wherever they are in the world. But it feels like this is what they were hiding from you. We got 44, 44, and your angels were protecting you from this. And that's why this connection couldn't really evolve or grow in the way that you had wanted it to. In that moment, it was because they needed to break some toxic habits and they needed to change in order to be with you. 45, 55. And it feels like they have now done that, okay? It feels like they have now done that inner work. This is the reason why the energy is coming through so clear and so strong, and it's quite powerful. I'm not gonna lie, like it's very powerful here with the Ace of Cups and then the Eight of Pentacles. This person is like realizing they should have been doing this from the start. They should have just been investing into you and trying to help you achieve your goals. And this person also should have been more clear, maybe more communicative, but also they weren't, because they couldn't be very straightforward with you. If they were, they would literally just out themselves as trying to cheat. I don't know if this person's a cheater, but this is cheater like energy. Like this person really wanted to give to other people instead of you, and have you chase after them trying to receive leftovers, if that makes sense. Like it's actually weird. It's a very strange energy, but this got them nowhere. This actually caused them to invest in people that were not good for them. They were love bombed, gaslit, and manipulated in other connections and other relationships. They did not experience any of that when they were with you, and they're realizing this now, and they're understanding this now, and they're coming to this awareness that they really should have done right by you. Yeah. And so that's the reading. This person wants to come towards you, but you have them blocked really well, or you have just made it very clear that you are not interested. So they are not going to be coming after you, you know, but they desire to. If you show them interest, they will 100% reciprocate. So let's see here. What are some oracle messages for the collective before I close the reading? Because there are a few here. So we have a new start is coming, new moon. So this person wants to have some sort of new beginning with you, and if you desire as well, that this is actually a pretty good time for that. I would say at the upcoming new moon. So today is, I think, September 20th, and this is just a few days after the full moon. So for some of you, like, this is like soon to be type of energy. Okay, and so then we have the don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So definitely for some of you, you could have a lot of pride. You could also just be expecting an apology or some sort of like if you were to try to do anything with this person, like you would want an honest, sincere apology and an explanation right off the bat. We got, it's time to take action here with the new moon in Aries. But what I do want to let you know is I feel like this is a time in which you can receive that from this person. Oh my God, confidence is a key to success, new moon in Leo. Wow, okay, there's a lot of here about new moons, guys. Like a lot here about new moon energy. It's very fiery. I do see that this is going to be a very passionate new start with this person, if you were to have a new start with this person. And I think it's important for you to take your ego out of the situation and be very clear and also direct. If you wanted to, like, I feel like for some of you, if you want this connection, it's here and it's ready for you. I feel like sort of indifferent, but I do see that, you know, if you had been desiring this for some time now, then this would be that time. But like, this is only if, honestly, I this message is really for people who don't even want this person, because that is the energy you need to be in for this person to want you, if that makes sense. 48, we got communication is key, new moon in Gemini. Again, back with that new moon energy, y'all. It's all about new moon energy. Communication is key. So yeah, and it's funny, I felt called to pick this card because I was literally just talking about communication. You need to communicate firmly with strong boundaries with this person. What you did not like that transpired in your previous go around with this individual, you need to make your intentions clear and your boundaries strong, because this person now understands that if they do not honor your boundaries or respect you, you will not put up with them. You will not tolerate anything from them. Seriously. Like, they now understand, like, if it's not your way, it's the fucking highway, and this person ain't got a car for that. Like, not that this person doesn't have a car, but I'm just saying, like, in this scenario, if it's my way or the highway, they realize, like, oh, I'm fucked if I take the highway, so it's gonna have to be this person's way. And they also trust your judgment, and they understand something about you that they didn't quite understand about you in the past. And it's not that they didn't, it's really that they didn't want to understand this about you, but that you are a valid person, that you have a caring and strong heart. And when you have these boundaries with people, it's really for everyone's best, for everyone's highest timeline. Okay, so this person is sitting here and they're realizing, like, if you had those, like, if you told them, like, you will communicate with me when you need time apart, right? Like, I do feel like for some of you, the one person could have an avoidant attachment style and the other person could have an anxious attachment style. And for the avoidant, you know, they may at times feel really called to withdraw and go back into their own energy just to heal themselves. But if that's what they're gonna do, they need to communicate with you that this is what they need from you, this time apart. And you're like, I'm so fucking serious. Like, if you just ghost me, I'm blocking you, and that's it. This is it. We're never gonna have this go around again. That's gonna be the last fucking time I ever block you. And you need to mean it. And you need to mean that shit with your whole fucking chest. What's that one line? Yes. And say the shit with your chest. And anyway, you know, like, you gotta mean it. You gotta mean it, and you gotta stand on business, and you gotta be like, all right, well, this person isn't honoring my boundaries, or respecting my time. And another thing too is, like, don't let pride get in your way. Like, don't be egotistical with this person, because at the end of the day, you and them are both human. You are no better than they are. Although you may have made different choices in your relationships thus far, at the end of the day, you guys are both human and you both can learn. And it's really important that you don't treat them like they're less than you. If you want this person, you're going to have to forgive them for everything that they have already done and allow them space to grow as a new version of themselves. You know, to allow them to show up for you in a healthier energy, but you can't hold their past over them. That's not gonna work. That's just gonna create more of the same. Like, if you wanted this person back into your life, then you're gonna have to give them space to show you that they have changed and that they are a better version of themselves. Otherwise, it's not gonna end well, okay? And I would only relay this information to you guys because I feel like they are now in the energy where they can actually have this grown-up kind of conversation with you. They're finally in the frequency of love and light, and they can treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. Yeah, like, this person at the end of the day just wants to come clean. Like, they want to tell you, like, what they were, like, they want to include you now in whatever it is they felt like they couldn't tell you in the past. Whatever that is very situational. And this person also wants to explain to you that at the end of the day, despite how they treated you, that actually had nothing to do with you but them. And you did make them feel a way, but in hindsight, the way they treated you was not justified for the way that you made them feel. And also realizing that your intentions were always pure, and it was not to hurt. Like, if you ever gave this person advice, you never meant it in a way that was meant to destroy their ego. It did anyway, but you did not intend for it to hurt this person. You actually just wanted to see them grow and be in their highest timeline. And now this person understands that, and now they're realizing, like, without you, they actually are not on this timeline. They cannot bring themselves onto this timeline, or they can, maybe, like, they can do it, but for you, this is natural. Like, you are walking around in this positive, high vibrational energy. You are in your highest timeline because you choose to be, and because that is what comes natural for you. Other people, though, different story. And this person in particular feels like you're the only person that can hold them accountable to this. That requires a lot of inner growth on this person's part, but realizing, like, they need you. to help. And there's something, especially if this person has an avoidant attachment style, they don't like the feeling of needing people, because they learned early on in their lives that needing someone meant heartbreak and destruction, okay? Because that's probably what they experienced when they were dealing with other people. And it's very, very, you know, kind of sad. But this person realizes that, and they're only human. That's all I can say, is they're only human. And yeah, so I think I'll have to end the reading here. Show the world the real you. It's time to release negativity. So yeah, we have a bunch of full moon and new moon energy. And those are the only cards that came out here, guys. This is not no waning or waxing energy. Like, this isn't some energy to pass the time. Like, this is it's a do or don't do type of moment. Okay, there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of inner work that both of you have done, and it's like the universe wants you to come together so that you can see the progress. Also, the colors purple and yellow are really important, and red as well. So root, sacral or solar, third eye, and crown chakra energies are all present here. I think this one is sacral. I think solar plexus, I think, is one of them is yellow and one of them is orange. Whatever. With that being said, y'all, I hope you have a wonderful reading, or enjoyed your reading. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I wish you good luck. I love you. Bye-bye.